Hello YouTube, it's Nurse D here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about travel nurses and the different housing and transportation options that you have. So stay tuned. So first I want to talk to you about the two different options you have when you sign up to become a travel nurse. So the first option is you can allow the travel company to provide housing for you, or you can allow them to give you a housing stipend. So when they give you the housing stipend, it is tax-free money, and then you will have to go out and search for your own housing. The first option that you have is an extended stay hotel. So there are multiple hotels that provide an extended stay option. A lot of times I would use extended stay America hotel, yeah. Extended stay America, where once you stay with them for at least 30 days or more, they provide a tremendous discount to you. So that ended up being very beneficial. And on top of that, extended stay hotels, most of the times they have kitchenettes. So they have a refrigerator, they have a stove, oven, the works. So you don't have to worry about going out every day to get something to eat. You can cook right there. And again, that will, in addition, help you save money. So that was my favorite option when I was a travel nurse. In addition to the kitchenette that you would have, the whole place will be fully furnished. So the only thing you have to worry about bringing is your clothes. Also, laundry is within the building, because of course that's another thing that you have to think about when you're traveling as well. Another option is short-term rentals. So there are property owners that will rent out either their house or apartment, or they'll still be living in the house and they'll be willing to rent out their room to you. Places like travelnursinghousing.com and also furnishedfinder.com are two good websites that you can go on to look for housing, and those are even cheaper rates as well. I was recently looking, and typically like the lowest you can find is around like 700 or 800, all the way up to like 1,800 a month. So it's different levels of homes. Definitely be careful because you are dealing with just random people in the public that are posting their homes. So just be extra cautious, but it's another option for you. Another great option is vacation rentals. When a lot of people go on vacation, sometimes it's very similar to the short-term rentals that I was just telling you about, but these are considered vacation rentals. A popular brand is Airbnb, and it'll come fully furnished and have a kitchenette and all the resources that you need to, and do laundry as well. And one more option I want to talk about is Craigslist. But I want to say be very, very cautious when it comes to Craigslist. That's something that I personally do not use is Craigslist, but I just wanted to give you all of your options. Any random person can post postings on Craigslist. So if you do happen to go that route, definitely research that person or the company to make sure it's legit, and just be extremely cautious if you're pursuing this option. My personal opinion, to take the housing stipend is the best way to be able to pocket more money. So for example, if the company is providing a housing stipend, and I'm just kind of throwing an average number out here. So if they're providing $1,000 per week for your housing stipend, and you end up finding, for example, an extended stay that will charge you $2,000 per month, then you are able to pocket $2,000 of that housing stipend. So that was a huge way for me to be able to make even more money within my travel assignment, to negotiate and try to find the best way to save money within my housing stipend to take home more. And then on top of that, the housing stipend is tax-free, like I've already mentioned. If you decide not to take the housing stipend, the travel company will provide housing for you, and most companies will do this. I have run into a couple of companies that do not have this option, so definitely find out that information. So if you do decide to take the housing from the travel company, they will provide a fully furnished, typically it's an apartment, and also, they'll have laundry within the building or within the unit that you're staying in. You don't have to worry about anything other than just bringing your clothes, and that's it. Transportation. So the company, first I want to talk about, they will provide a travel reimbursement, and that is the cost that it takes you to actually get to your assignment and for you to leave your assignment. They'll either pay you the full amount on your first paycheck, or they'll split the cost and they'll either pay the first half on your first paycheck and then the second half on your last paycheck once you finish that assignment. The first option when it comes to transportation during your assignment is to drive your own car. This is my favorite option. I would take my car with me everywhere I went. A lot of times I would take a break between my assignments, maybe a month or two. I would fly back home. So either I would use the airport parking or some type of long-term parking that was really cheap. Or twice, I found people that I trust and I connected with to allow them to keep my car with them, and I greatly appreciated that. So they made sure, my car was taken care of, no issues, and then when I was ready to take another assignment, I would fly back into that state, get my car, and drive to my next assignment. Another option is to rent a car, like the company Rent a Car. But do your calculations to see how much money you're going to be paying out. So for example, if the daily rate to rent this car is $20 a day, then that's going to be $600 a month that you have to pay for. And then in addition to renting a car, you also have to pay to put gas in it as you drive it as well. So take that in consideration when you're looking at the total amount from renting a car. An additional option is to use like Uber or Lyft or a taxi, but this can become quite expensive. Like, just thinking about when I get Ubers and Lyfts here in Colorado, just a few miles away can end up being $15 for just one trip. So do the calculation and look at how much it's going to cost for you to go back and forth to work. And then you also have to think, in addition, like if you want to go to do some type of entertainment or go to the grocery store, get something to eat, you have to have a way there. Or, I mean, you can use Uber Eats and stuff, so you can have things delivered. But just think about the different things that you may want to do outside of work while you're on assignment and how much that's going to cost if you decide to go this route. Using metro or subway system is another great option if your assignment is in a big city like New York or the Bay Area. Those are great cheap options as well. If you're living within like walking distance from the housing that you're at, to be able to catch the subway and then just walk a little distance to the hospital once you get off the subway. So those are pretty cheap options that you can look at as well. In addition to that, I always look at the shift that you're going to be working, and if it's going to be day or night when you're getting off or going into work, to make sure you're safe, especially if you're in an area that you're not familiar with. And look at, like, right now during the summer, it doesn't get dark until like 9 o'clock. So if you're doing a 7A to 7P shift, I mean, typically, you should be okay. But definitely look at, if you're going to be going home in the dark, and if that's something that you're going to feel comfortable with, getting on the subway system to use as for your transportation. And last but not least, this is a great option if you can get housing right there by the facility that you're going to be working at, and you can just walk over to your shift. This is great. This is the best option out there. So you don't have to worry about, driving or anything. But in addition, like I said, you do have to think about other entertainment, what you're going to be doing on your days off, if you need to go to the grocery store, etc. I hope you enjoyed this video and found some helpful information out of this. Please comment below if you have some additional information or advice to add to this conversation. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Have a blessed day.